Dear friends, I am going to talk about emotional intelligence. Before me talking about emotional intelligence, let me say that there are four intelligence that makes a human being a complete successful human being. To be successful, you need to develop four intelligence in an equal manner. Anybody can tell me what are the four intelligence? Whatever you know. No guess? What about you? No idea. Okay. After academic qualification, if you happen to study a lot, one part of your body will develop a lot. That will lead to some intelligence. What is that intelligence? Yes. That's nothing but IQ, mental intelligence. And what is that I am going to talk about today? Yes, that is the second intelligence. That makes a human being highly successful. That is nothing but emotional intelligence. Now we have talked about two intelligence. That means to become a complete developed human being, these four quadrants should be developed equally. Harnessing that four intelligence, you will become a super duper successful human being. All the successful people, they are not only the byproduct of intelligence, but also the byproduct of emotional intelligence and other two intelligence. What are the other two? Any guess? Yes, you are right. Exactly. That is nothing but spiritual intelligence. The third intelligence that makes a person super duper human being is nothing but the development of spiritual intelligence. And to reside all these three intelligence, you need a place. It cannot stay in the air. Then what would be that fourth intelligence? Yes, you are absolutely right. That is the point. Yes, nothing but it is physical intelligence. Unless you have a healthy body, your mind will not work, your emotion will not work. Where is the question of spiritual intelligence? And of late, we have seen that people are ignoring this fourth quadrant. Absolutely, there is no focus in it. We are addicted of drinks, we are addicted of smoke, and we are not even doing exercise. Without having a healthy body, you can't have these three intelligence. Hence, this is the foundation. Focus on the foundation. And you can see that all the highly successful people, whether be it a Mahatma Gandhi or anybody in the matter, they give a lot of emphasis on physical intelligence. In a simple manner, can you please distinguish these four intelligence? These four intelligence, how will you distinguish?
Thinking and spontaneity.
Yes. Something, last 4 years I am handling about emotional intelligence. What I happen to see that, end of the day if I ask somebody, what is emotional intelligence? They are unable to answer. Then I realized as a trainer, I am not successful. They should keep something in their pocket. Then only I am communicating, end of the day I am summarizing. Then over a period, you may not be able to see that in the internet. It is something which my own development, you can agree or disagree. Intelligence is nothing but your ability to do or your answer of what and how. If you know what to do and how to do, you have a IQ. Then the same pattern, please tell me what would be the emotional intelligence. What could be emotional intelligence? The same pattern in an easier method. Yes. Absolutely. Give me a big clap. It is nothing but you know the timing. You can't crack a joke. You can't talk about a movie story if you are in a funeral function. You should know the timing. You should know when to talk to the boss, when to argue with somebody, and even when to execute. Knowing the timing is the key of emotional intelligence. If you happen to know about it, you will be able to keep it in your pocket. Even after 5 years, you will be able to remember that what is emotional intelligence. If you can operate, if you can resolve, if you know what to do, you have intelligence. Intelligence will help you to get a job. What will help you to sustain in the job? That is what most important. Sustaining in the job. The sustaining in the job where you know the answer of when and where, that is what is going to take you in the top of the world. The same pattern, what is that SQ? No, that's abbreviation. I'm not asking the abbreviation. The same pattern. Spiritual, I'm not talking about religion. Spiritual intelligence and religion has lot of difference. Yes, yoga, all these things. Yoga will help you to improve your physical intelligence. Yes, brother, you are absolutely right. How come you got it? Is it a guesswork? You are right. Spiritual intelligence is nothing but the answer part of why. If you know the purpose of your life, if you know the purpose of your activities, if you know why you are doing that, why you are carrying out, even if when you are getting a quotation, when you are hiring a person, when you are processing the salary, when you are deducting loss of pay, each and every action in your day-to-day life, unless otherwise you know the purpose, you are not having the proper spiritual intelligence. You are mechanically doing. You may be good in intelligence, you may be good in emotional intelligence. Knowing the purpose behind each and every action, it is not so theoretical, it is not so spiritual. But spiritual intelligence so that you know the action reason behind it. Then you have flare spiritual intelligence. And most of the successful people, or all the successful people, they have an equally developed for intelligence. They have a healthy body. When I talk about physical intelligence, it is not six packs. Six packs, Salman Khan can have it, but it is away from diseases, looking healthy, being healthy, and feeling healthy. That is what is called physical intelligence.
Dear friends, welcome to His American English. Now we have here a speech given by Mr. Rakesh, who's a trainer, and he's also a trainer over here. I thank you, sir, for giving a wonderful performance where you have enlightened our students on the topic called quotients. Intelligent quotient he has taught, emotional quotient he has taught, spiritual quotient he has taught, physical quotient he has taught. And he also said that we have to concentrate much on this physical quotient to develop our physics, where we don't concentrate much and we are spoiling our body. And because of there's no growth in this physical quotient, there all other quotients are getting affected, isn't it so? That's what he has told. Now, region-wise, you take this as a world. He has divided into different parts. Let us take it as a world. America is famous for what? In this quotient, which are they good? 4 quotients are there. He has told. America is famous for which quotient? Physical, is it? Indians are famous for which quotient? Indians are famous for which quotient? Where even Americans come here to India to learn. Spiritual quotient. Americans are famous for materials. Materials you get from IQ, intelligent quotient. Emotional quotient. Indians are they famous for emotional quotient? Yes, emotional quotient. The Americans are good in IQ. Indians are good in EQ. Americans are good in PQ. Indians are good in SQ. Africans are good in PQ. Japanese are good in IQ. Japanese are not as good in PQ. See, all the resources are distributed in such a way. But to have this combination of everything in a proper, percentage is very important. There should be a growth in spiritual quotient. When you are young age, you are learning from, parents. You go to temple, you learn Ramayana, Mahabharatam. If you are a Christian, you learn about Christianity. But as days goes by, Muslims, they learn something. As days go by, then you have to have the growth. Spiritual growth should be there. The nagging question of who I am, what I am. That's most important. IQ alone, it is not possible. You can keep on increasing your intelligence, but unable to control the emotions, then you are failure. See in US what's happening. For unable to control the emotions, they go in for drugs. I believe nearly 50 to 60% of families over there, they are not living peacefully or happily because they are unable to control their emotions. They go in for alternatives like taking alcohol. But in India as a country, Nepal, to an example, you can say Nepal is a country where they are not bothered about production of goods and services, GDP. They call GDP. They don't have this. They have one other quotient, sir. What is that? It is called happiness quotient, HQ. Nepal is the only country where they evaluate or judge or calculate the growth of the country by having this happiness quotient. There's one other thing. They want to see how much the people are happy. So year by year they calculate. In some ways they have some parameters through which they calculate this HQ, happiness quotient. So as Mr. Rakesh has told, let us develop ourselves. Think ourselves. Where we lag in. Physics, of course, is very important. We have to be living in this world for nearly 100 years. SQ, spiritual quotient. Let us not be lunatics. See, being, following madly about a religion, it is irreligious. You are ready to accept all religion, you are religious. When you are ready to accept all religion, you are considered to be a religious person. You go to your temple, you say this is the best, this God is best, my community, my religion is best. Then you are not religious, you are irreligious. Let us be religious by accepting all the spirituality, all the good things about all religion. And EQ, emotional quotient, negative, whenever it rises up, in Panchapandavas, five of them. Gauravas, how many of them? Hundreds of them are there. In our heart and body, we have 5 senses in our body. 5 senses. 100 negative Gauravas are there. Daily there is a war going on between our 5 positive qualities and 100 negative qualities. If 100 is able to destroy 5, then we become what type of person? We become slaves for this emotional rising up and coming down. So we should be like Pandavas. With the help of God, Krishna, let us defeat all the negative qualities. EQ, with the help of spirituality, let us gain EQ. With the help of spirituality, let us gain IQ. With the help of spirituality, let us develop our physical quotient also. With this, let us end the class. Thank you very much.